we are all survivors.
That's kind of what this album was like for you, right?
Yeah, definitely. She did a lot of growing up on that album, and I feel like she really made herself like an icon with that album, and that's what I hope to do someday, and that I wanted to accomplish my vocal capabilities the way that she did.
I listened to a lot of old soul stuff growing up. Aretha Franklin is a big influence. My music doesn't sound like hers by any means, but she is somebody that inspired this album. You know, Christina Aguilera, her vocal performances on her songs are just amazing, and I wanted to be able to perform the way that she performs on her, you know, in her music. I wanted to be able to perform like that. So I made it a point to make my vocal performances stand out on the album. And then Kehlani, like, she's an inspiration to me, and I listened to her music a lot while I was making this album. So it's just a mixture of like a bunch of random different people.
Didn't really listen to rock music. I actually listened to old R&B like Aretha Franklin and Gladys Knight and Billie Holiday, thanks to my mom, who is the best in the world, and I dedicate this song to her. I love you, Mom. And anyways, this next song I really get into, and I know that I may not do it justice because it's by one of the greats, but I have a lot of fun singing it, and so that's all that matters, right?
Who inspired you?
My role models, the people who inspired me to really sing, are Kelly Clarkson and Jojo, because they do like really, really cool stuff, you know? And Whitney, Houston, and Mariah, Carey too. I have a lot of them, but most of it, Kelly Clarkson and Jojo, because they do a lot of stuff that's really hard. And so whenever I hear them do that, it makes me want to do what they do. Like, you know, it's like a goal. Every time I hear them sing something really hard, it challenges me to do the same.
You're listening to soul singers recently? What's happening?
Well, I grew up listening to soulful music, and Ain't No Way by Aretha Franklin is a song that I've sang a million times in the shower and just practicing vocally.
Top 3 favorite soul singers?
Aretha Franklin, I would say Christina Aguilera. She's got a lot of soul in her voice. And Kelly Clarkson has a lot of soul in her voice as well. I kind of go towards them because they were the main influences in my career, right?
Yes. Obviously, the album Unbroken is doing gangbusters, amazing things, and I've seen so many celebrities even that have been in support of you. Like, what's it like to see someone like Kelly Clarkson, for example, just singing your praises?
It's been amazing. Kelly Clarkson is someone that I grew up listening to and respecting as an artist, so she's like my #1 idol, and for her to compliment me on my music is just the best thing to ever happen to me.
So with my guy, DJ Khaled, and Kehlani, who I'm obsessed with.
Who isn't obsessed with her?
Such a good pick.
Thank you.
Oh, is that you? Is that you just like,
yes.
I love her, she's coming on tour with me? How does
absolutely.
that go?
I was like, I'm a huge fan of hers. So, and her album actually, or her music was inspiring my album, this last album that I made. And
was it?
Tell Me You Love Me. Yeah, she was like one of the influences.
Sweet.
And so, Lizzie from Chicago, what musical artist do you relate to the most? I actually relate to Kelly Clarkson the most. Her lyrics, the way she sings, I really relate to it, and I also know that she's had struggles in the past with some of the same things that I have, so it's really cool to be able to have someone that I've looked up to for years and years as still my idol. What I find inspiration from the Stripped album was the soulfulness of Christina's voice, and it also was like her coming out album where she was just sexier and more grown up, more mature, and I feel like that's what this album is for me.